Hello and welcome back to More Than Just Task Management, our weekly podcast with me, Anna Angelova, business coach and consultant, and Jores Minasvand. Hello, Jores.
Hi Anna, how's everything?
Uh, Everything is really exciting right now, actually,
Mhm.
but good, and I hope things are well with you as well.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's um, some things are ending, old things are ending, new things are beginning. So look forward to a lot of change. They say change is hard, but it's fun as well.
Oof, definitely, it's hard, it's fun, and change in a way aligns with what we are doing here. And if you are tuning in, and you've listened to some of the previous episodes, you know that we took a break. And actually, in the beginning, more than just task management was very heavily productivity related. Then we introduced topics around building and running a business. And at some point, there were other things that we're focusing on ultimately, and change, and we stopped doing anything. But now we're back. We're back,
Mm.
and this is one of the exciting things. And we're back with the podcast, and we're back to the roots of the podcast. We're back to the roots of the conversations and the topics around goals, achieving goals, setting and achieving goals, around productivity. And ultimately, one of the things is also living a full life. So it's not just getting things done. So anyway, I do think that change is something that, especially in the coming conversations, we'll talk a lot about. And it reminds me one of the things, I know it's kind of off topic, not that we have a topic for today, but anyway, it's off topic. But one of the things someone was saying is that we all want the result, but we don't want to go through the change to get that result.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
change is
change
hard.
is, it is.
Change is hard. Change is not easy, especially, and it's, I think one of the older episodes we talked about this, where how because of the limited number of brain cells we have, everything that we do, our brain creates pathways, and this is what creates habits. And once we fall into our habits, once we fall into our safe place, our brain fights tooth and nail for change. So it really doesn't want to use any, brain cells. It doesn't want to change. It doesn't want to realign new paths. So it's really, that's why they say like change is hard. And the other hard part of it is the unpredictability, right? We don't know. It's something we've been doing for 10, 15, 30 years, and all of a sudden now we are, taking a new path. We don't know what will happen, right? So because of those reasons, we don't like change. But like you said, uh, for good things to happen, for new things to happen, we need to change. We need to start new things. So yeah.
And speaking of starting those new things, like everything you said, by the way, like it really spot on. And like starting those new things and changing. Like one of the main reasons like we're getting back into this is that Plandore is getting very, very close to being ready to be shared with the first beta users. And this is one of the another one, like another reason why I mentioned I feel excited these days. And as Plandore is coming to life, and this is a bit of a what do you call it, like a pet project kind of thing,
Mm,
something
mm,
that I've been playing and focusing, well, not focusing on, I've been playing with and thinking about for ages. I even found, it's so interesting. I even found a paper I wrote for one of the courses at Rotman for when I was for the MBA program. And so it would have been somewhere between 2015 and 2018. I even found a paper where I was talking about this idea. I'm like, wow, like I've had this idea for like 10 years. So it's really cool that it's starting. And as it's starting, again, yes, Plandore is in a way a productivity app, but we also see it as something that is there to help you, to help us achieve our goals and live a life that's really fulfilling. And as we're approaching this milestone, like that's why we're restarting the podcast as well, to get into this kind of conversations, to talk about goals and vision, like where are you going, right? And it, a lot of it starts with that direction, because if you think about it, yes, it's amazing to enjoy the moment in life. It's amazing to just be here and sometimes go with the flow. But we all need some kind of goal. We all need something to strive for. And this is one of the things, even Viktor Frankl in Man's Search for Meaning, like, this is one of the things he was talking about, how during the Holocaust, the people who lost purpose, they have nothing to live for. In a matter of days, they were gone. Mm, So having something meaningful to strive for. So part of the conversations we have will be around this, like setting visions and goals. How do you do this? And uh, yeah, ultimately how to do this, what to focus on. We'll talk about identity and mindset. And like this is one of the things that I really love, that image. I can even see it in my mind. I don't have it right now to show it, but that image where it's all about a journey of becoming. And like once you become that person, like once you grow as a person, everything grows with you. Your career, your health, like you need to grow as a person first before you see the results in all areas of life. Of course, you already mentioned habits. Like habits is a huge thing, that consistency. And this is where I'm so impressed with everything you do, by the way, especially when it comes to exercising, that consistency that you have, something I'm striving for. We will talk about productivity, like how do you get things done? How do you get this done in a more efficient and effective way? We'll have some conversations related to leadership and relationships, because like we're not alone. And actually, when it comes to achieving goals, like no one is self-made. And having the support, being there for people and having people there for you, it matters a lot. And as I said, like one of the biggest things is that fulfillment. It's not just setting goals for the sake of setting goals and being productive for the sake of being productive. It's all about living a life where like you look back and you say, I have no regrets. So anyway, this is some of the things that are coming up. And again, like uh, it's all about yes, it's like it's related to Plandore being almost ready, but then also it's something that we see as a way to help you achieve your goals, like to first find what they are, accept them, and then achieve them.
Yeah, yeah, very well put. Yeah, it's um, without goals, where are we going, right? What are we doing? Like you mentioned, most probably will fall into depression. Don't even want to get off the couch or get out of bed in the morning if you have nothing to do. You have no goal, and if you have no ambition. So, but having goals is not enough. Knowing your goal is right, working, knowing the every step you take, every hour you spend, every half hour you spend, everything that you do takes you closer and closer to that goal, actually has such a positive effect that you take more bigger leaps, bigger steps, like a very positive cycle where you end up going faster and faster because you know every day, every hour you get closer and closer to that goal. You see the finish line, the yellow line that you're about to go through. And yeah, it's having a goal, being able to manage it, and this is where Plandore comes in, where it helps you actually not just list your tasks like in an Excel and say, oh yeah, today I did these tasks, I did a lot of things. I think even in one of the episode we talked about the difference. I talked about the difference between doing and accomplishing, and this is what changed my career and my life in a positive way many years ago. I think it was in the 90s that I was just trained to do things. I remember in the 80s I used to work in a factory where I was just on a conveyor belt, doing things. And then it was like in a warehouse selling tools. We were just doing things. It wasn't until I went into IT and then I realized actually when you the difference between doing and accomplishing is that you make a difference with the accomplishing. Doing is just menial task. When you accomplish something, it has a result. Where you see the result, you're like, wow, I want to accomplish more, I want to accomplish more, I want to accomplish more. So it's very important to know your tasks are actually helping you accomplish something, and that's getting closer and closer to your goal. And I like what the way that Plandore is taking your tasks every day that you complete them. If you look at it, maybe not daily, but weekly or monthly or quarterly, you see how closer and closer the dial gets to your goal. And you know for sure you're on the right trajectory. You know for sure you're flying to Austria, not Australia. So
Oh boy, yes. Well, most people would like to go to Australia, not Austria, but this is a different topic.
I prefer Austria, by the way. Absolutely. I'll take Austria over Australia any day.
Yeah, and because you were mentioning like how you found out about the difference between realize the difference between doing and accomplishing, and how sometimes those small steps, how important they are. And I know we'll talk about this in more details in other conversations. And one of the things that I'm also kind of see for this one, I don't know if I'm excited or not. And there are contradicting theories and contradicting studies and things like this, where sometimes they say don't share your goals with others, just focus on it. And then other times like you'd read that, oh, it's better to share your goals so it keeps you accountable, and in a way that, oh, people will expect for me to achieve it. So I guess different people operate in different way. But one of the things is though that I decided to do as we start these conversations, and as I'm using Plandore more and more for my personal goals as well. And like one of the things, and that's why I mentioned it, has been like consistency. Like for me, consistency has been one of the problems, and right now, like what was it, a couple of weeks ago from this recording. Came back and I was from a short trip, from a short vacation, and I was 210 pounds, like to 210 pounds,
Wow.
which was, I'm like, oh wow, like it was kind of a little bit of a shocking and eye-opening thing. So yeah, it was two weeks ago, a little bit over 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, this is not the trajectory I want things to go in. And this has been a goal for me that I had over and over and over again. And now I'm really committed to get this done. And I don't know if it would be a 150, it would be 160. I'm not that worried about the weight itself. What I want to focus more is the body fat, because I think it was like around 40% based on the measurement I use. So getting it to, 22, 3, something that is healthier. Like, so this is ultimately one of the goals that I'm working on, one of the goals that I'm using Plandore for as well. And this is one of the things that, um, as you were saying, seeing some of those results, if you think about it, like for me, even if we use the pound, like even if because it's a bit easier. So from 210 to 150, it's like 60 pounds. Like which is huge. Like it's
Half a
huge.
person.
And yeah, and I know people have done this, right? People do this every day. Like people have done this. And the thing is though that if I keep on thinking about the goal itself, it's scary, and it's a bit of a like it's so far away. But then what you were talking about, and oh, again, in some conversations, in future conversation, we'll focus on these things. But one of the things I love about the past few weeks is seeing those small results. And so just before we recorded this, I went for a 5K run jog. So I did do this run walk, not run walk approach, where I run for 2 minutes and then walk for 1 minute. So I do this and I do a 5K. And one thing that happened today is I just got my personal best since I got my Garmin watch the other like a year ago, I think. I just got a personal best on the 5K. I got a personal best on 1K and on 1 mile. Like, and the improvement is very small. Like for what the 1K and 1 mile is 2 seconds. For the 5K, it's not even a minute. And the thing is though that for the 5K, my previous personal best was 2 days ago. And then before that, it was like a year ago or something like this, last August. But seeing these improvements, these small things where, it's like now my uh, focus is not that much on the 60 pounds. It's more about the process. And that's why, as I said, we'll talk about habits and systems and routines and being consistent. And how do you get to that thing? Because again, we all want the change, but we don't want to go through the change. Like we all want to live the life when we are changed, but we don't want to go through the change. And it doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way. You don't wake up one day and suddenly you're 60 pounds down or like your bank account is 1 million up. It takes that consistency. It takes the work. It takes the right work. And again, that's why I'm really, really excited for what's ahead. And with the conversations we have as we improve Plandore itself, but also as we work towards our own goals. And as I said, for me, this is the one that, like, I do have one more important goal, but this is the one that I'm, I'll be sharing more about. I'll be sharing more about with the ups and the downs and what works for me, what doesn't. And when it comes to setting the goal, when it comes to because like setting the goal is one thing, and but then staying consistent with doing the work. Like this is where uh, a lot of us and myself as well. Like I've done this. I set a goal, I start, and then I stop. So that consistency. How do I move forward, and how do you move forward with your goals? When you don't feel like it, how do you do it? How do you get up and do the work ultimately? And I know, Joris, you also have a lot of experience to share as well with your own journey, with your own running journey when you started running, and with the other things you're working on. So yeah, this is where we are, and it would be uh, a very very interesting rest of the year, I would say.
Hmm.
And I'm looking forward to having these conversations, to sharing the wins, to sharing the losses as well, to sharing the downs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to go on another short trip, on another short vacation, and these short vacations seem to be impacting my goal. So stay tuned to
Hmm.
find out what happens.
Yeah, this is the thing. When you, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whether it's exercise or weight loss, or once you make it part of your lifestyle, a short vacation even won't affect it. I know, unless it's like for a couple of days, but the effect is very small. So, yeah, I mean, we all have our journeys, we all have our reasons. It's ambition, consistency, but the other, I think we'll talk. One thing is to properly use Plandore to properly uh, track your goals, but it's another thing to actually set a proper goal. And this is where people really, really also fail. It's not consistency in execution of tasks to reach your goal. It's, is this the right goal? Like I said, you wanted to go to Austria, you ended up in Australia, but maybe you actually needed to go to Africa. So, you know, it depends on what is it that you need to do and set the right goal. And yeah, so we will talk a lot on this.
Oh yes, and I know we're both itching to share and to talk and to like, and this is one of the things that when it comes to achieving your goals, when it comes to being productive and all these things, the thing is that it's not just one thing. This is it. Like, oh, this is the key, and if you do this thing, you succeed. It's a combination of all these things. Like it's like yeah, and some things are in a way it's like a yes, step one is this, step two is this, step three is this. Like it's a way, in a way, it's linear, but also it's not linear. And that's why, as I said, so like the main topics that we'll be covering is, of course, the goals, right? Vision and goals. Like this is what provides the direction. Then we'll be talking about identity mindset, and this is ultimately what shapes who you become in that process. Habits and systems and routines and all these kind of things. Like this is all about creating the consistency. Performance and productivity, this is what helps you enjoy the journey, like enjoy the process itself while you are making meaningful progress towards your goal. I did mention leadership and relationships, which it might sound a little bit weird, but it multiplies the impact through others. Because again, no one is self made, and you know what a difference it makes when you have support. And we will also talk about fulfillment and life design because we want to ensure that what you do, like you said, Joris, like if you need to go to Africa, you go to Africa. You don't end up in Australia or Austria or whatever it is. That ensures that the success you have is aligned with what matters the most. And I
Mhm.
was just reading this morning examples where someone wanted to become a chess master and was playing chess and all these kind of things and gradually progressing with this goal. But then this person ended up needing bypass, and he was 300 pounds and needed had a heart attack or something like this, and needed to have a bypass. So
Mhm.
this success is all about focusing on what really matters, like that fulfillment, that and not just doing things for the sake of doing things. Like you said, Joris, achieving and being happy, like being happy.
Mhm.
And when the time comes, uh, I can see us having conversations with what we call Plandorians, so people
Mhm.
who are using Plandore, part of our community. And this is where it would be really interesting to hear their stories as well, how they are, what they're focusing on, and how they're achieving their own goals, how they're moving forward and progressing, and in a way reminding us that growth is better when it's shared with others. So yeah, this is what's coming up, and we are restarting, and once a week, so it would be a weekly podcast, and Thursdays. So this is when it will be going live on Thursdays. So you have Thursday, Friday, the weekend to listen to us, to hear more about goal achievement, productivity, and
Mhm.
all these fun topics that, like, what else would
Yeah.
you do on a weekend?
Yeah, and
So,
one of these sessions is actually going to be a like a walkthrough slash training for Plandore. Well, we'll walk you through how Plandore works, how to set goals, how to set it up, and when you're interested, you know exactly have a video to refer to on how to get started.
oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
a little bit
definitely.
more complex than opening an Excel and started putting tasks in there, but we're here to help you and walk you through it. So we'll have look forward to one of those sessions that we'll do the walkthrough.
Yes, this would be there as well. And uh, this one definitely. So the podcast itself, it's available on Apple Podcasts. It's available on YouTube as the voice only, but on the Plandor channel on YouTube, this is where we have the video.
Hmm.
So you can watch this. So if you're not following us there, definitely go follow us on YouTube on the channel so you can see these videos. And of course, I will add the link for the waitlist if you want to join and be one of the first one to see behind the scenes and get to see Plandor and be part of our community as well. We would love to have you there. And yeah, I think this is more or less what I wanted to mention today as we are
Hmm.
resuming our conversations and
We're
focusing
excited.
on making the rest of 2026 better than this first half of the year.
Absolutely. And that is our goal, and we'll use Plandor to achieve it.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm
Uh,
I'm using it every single day now because we are to take test. I'm testing things in a way,
Mm.
and seeing like what we can improve and all these kind of things. And it's for again, it's something that in a way it started as is scratching my own itch because I wanted to be able to monitor things, stay on top of things, and from there it expanded to, like you said, Joris, okay, doing things for the sake of doing doesn't matter. What really moves the needle. So anyway, this is it for today. If you haven't subscribed for the podcast, definitely subscribe. And as I mentioned, the YouTube channel is a good place to stay subscribed because we have the video and the audio there. And when we show things, you can see, and you can also see our beautiful faces over there. And then this is for today. And thank you, Joris. And again, really, really looking for our upcoming conversations.
Thank you, Anna. Bye bye.
Bye.